This trader made $7,500 in 1 minute. Check it out.
All right, y'all. We're looking for breaks below here. Here comes that 829 candle. There goes 830. Boom. Got us in. Targeting these lows right here. We're up 1,000 right now. Beautiful breakout of here. We're up 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8. We'll take 7,500. We'll take 7,500 flawless YM scalp here. Beautiful setup, man.
So if you want to keep getting your dopamine hit by watching vids like this and learning nothing about trading, and you have the attention span of a mosquito, then this channel is not for you. But if you actually want to learn how to trade and you're determined to make it work, then I'm going to share with you an exclusive tutorial taken from our VIP Trading Academy that will genuinely help you improve as a trader. Check it out. Hello traders, Trader Tom here from Simply Forex, and in today's vid, I'm going to show you a strategy that has taken 10% profit out of the market in July, and we still have 1 week left. So if you stay till the end of the vid, guys, I'm going to give you all the details you need to know on this strategy and how to trade it. And it's super simple. All right, so let's start with our first example. This is Canadian dollar Swiss franc, right? And all these trades are taken from my VIP Trading Academy. Okay, so this was taken, as you can see, the date was the 16th of July, and it was a sell trade on Canadian dollar Swiss franc. And these were my entries and stop losses and take profits. Okay, now I'm going to remove this because we need to look at the chart and understand the strategy. So I'm going to go back to the day that this was taken, right? So I'm going to go back here. All right. So first and foremost, we need the day chart to give us our direction. This doesn't change, but generally speaking, if the day chart is in a downtrend, we're going to sell. If it's in an uptrend, we're going to buy, right? Also check out my vid on the daily filter. So price with Canadian dollar Swiss franc on the day chart was in an uptrend, right? But then it stopped making higher highs. It actually started to make lower highs. And then when these lows here broke, we were in a downtrend. So at this point, I am looking for sells, right? We're below the moving average 20 as well. And we've got loads of room to move into. This was actually my higher time frame target. All right, so we need the first part of the strategy is to identify trend on the day chart. We need room to move into, etc. Right? So we were looking to sell. Then all we do, right, is go to the H4 chart, right? And you can see this yellow line here is actually my entry, and price will catch up with this shortly, right? Now, all I'm looking to do, guys, is be with H4 structure, okay, which we are. And I just want price to retrace towards the moving average 20, okay? And if we can, an interesting level of support or resistance, right? This level through here is a good level of support and resistance. So if we get these two matched up, we get a good support and resistance level plus the moving average 20, we know we have a really good trade on our hands. Okay, now let's play this along until we get a retrace. Okay, so price comes down, right? And there you go, guys. We get our retrace, and you can see price has caught up with my entry, right? Now, it's not an exact science. I mean, price hasn't touched the moving average 20, but it's retraced to the moving average 20. Right, look at this one here. That actually touches, but you get the idea. We just want to retrace to the moving average 20, right? So we get the retrace to the moving average 20 on the H4. This is the simple moving average 20. And it coincides with this nice support and resistance level. Okay, we get a bearish reaction, and then we start selling. This line here was where I started selling. Now, in an ideal world, I want to put my stop loss above the last H4 swing high. And really, okay, this is the last H4 swing high. But obviously, this doesn't make sense with this trade. If I put my stop up here and I'm just looking to take price back down to these lows, it doesn't make sense, right? So the next place you can put your stop loss is above the moving average 20, okay? So we enter here, I can put my stop loss above the moving average 20, give it a little bit of room, and then the idea was just to take price back down to the next lows. So if you're in a downtrend, we're just looking to take price back down to the last lows. If you're in an uptrend, yeah, we're just looking to take price back up to the last highs, okay, generally speaking. All right, so that's our stop loss and our target, right? And then as you can see with this example, yeah, it works out nicely. And then not only that, it continues on. And we can, as we know, we can leave some profit to run. All right, so that was Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, guys. So just to recap, yeah, I'm going to show you more examples, but daily chart is going to give you your direction. In this case, we were selling, right? And then on the H4, right, we also need to be in a downtrend. And then we're looking for a retrace to the simple moving average 20. Not easy to write with a mouse pen. I'm sure I've said that before. Okay, and that's pretty much it, guys. If we can, with this SMA 20, if we can coincide with a piece of support and resistance as well, yeah, then this is, yeah, a high probability trade. And that's how simple it is. Day trend, H4 trend, retrace to the SMA 20. It doesn't get any simpler, right? Let's look at another example. Let's come out of this now. The other example, or the other trade that I took was US dollar, Canadian dollar. Okay, so let's find this trade here. Okay, let's go to the day chart. And as you can see, right, this trade was taken on the 17th, so a couple of days later. It was a US dollar, Canadian dollar buy. Here's my entry, stop loss, take profit, etc. Okay, and again, you know, we hit target here. So let's remove this now, because you need to understand the trade, right? And the trade was actually taken on this day, right? You can go back and check the date if you like. So daily trend, remember what we need to see, right? So we were in a downtrend, but then we stopped making lower lows and then price shot up, right? As soon as we break these highs, we are in a daily uptrend, you know, and just for extra confluence, we're above the moving average 20, right? We've had this nice bullish candle. This is a bearish candle, but we're in an uptrend with lots of room to move into back up to here, right? So daily chart, tick, yeah? And then we go to the H4, okay? And this is where we're at, right? Now, this happened this happened actually on the day before, right? I mean, you could have got in here. Yeah, this is a nice, you know, this is retraced enough towards the moving average 20. Okay, but let's play it along a little bit further and you can see, yeah, just here. Okay, so let's play this along. Right, so there you go, guys. You can see my entry. Now let's go back a couple of candles, right? Because I didn't wait for a reaction at this level, right? Why didn't I wait for a reaction? So I'm still following the rules, right? We are in a daily uptrend. We are in a H4 uptrend. We're at the moving average 20, and we're at a nice area of support and resistance. It was once resistance here, it becomes support here. So we know this is a really nice level for buys. Now, a lot of the time, I say to you guys, let's wait for a bullish reaction. Now, trading the H4, the problem is if you wait for a bullish reaction, you could have, let's say you get a green candle that looks something like this. right, then your trade is over. You can't enter here because this is your target, right? The trade is impractical. It doesn't matter. So I trade the level to avoid this happening. Yeah, we get a super bullish candle and the trade is void. But also, if I enter here, I know that I want to put my stop loss below the last swing low. Okay. And the last swing low is here. So at this point, I can put my stop loss below here. My target is up here, and I can comfortably get 1:1 pretty much, right? I'm risking 1% to make 1%. Because if you remember, guys, where do we put our stop loss? Ideally, we want to put our stop loss below the last swing low, and getting in early allows me to do that. And our target is the last highs, okay? And getting in early allows me to have the right risk to reward to make this our target as well. All right. And then just look at the reaction we get at this level. Yeah, because there's just a lot of buyers sitting in there, right? And then we get the reaction, right? And then price just storms up and hits target. You know you've got in at a good level when price does this very quickly and hits target, right? And we've taken profit here. We're happy, okay? We can still let 20% run, as I normally would, but we've already hit target, yeah? And then if we let this trade plays out, you can see it eventually goes up a little bit further as well. And it ends up reaching our higher, yeah, that gray zone that we spoke about earlier. All right, so another nice trade, yeah? Daily trend, uptrend on the daily, okay? H4, yeah, uptrend, yeah, retraced to the SMA 20 plus a nice support resistance level. It's that simple, right? We took profit. Remember, guys, we don't have to wait for a bullish reaction because what we're trading is to put our stop loss below the swing low and make our target the last highs. Okay, so it means we need to take price early. All right. And then the final one, guys, I'm going to show you is a trade I've literally taken this morning, right? This may or may not pan out. So I wanted to show you a live trade that I took this morning. So if we start with the day chart, yeah, you can see my entry. This is literally today. My entry is literally today. I took it early on this morning. So it's a pound US dollar sell. You can see my entry, stop loss, take profit. All right. Again, I put all of these trades in the VIP Trading Academy, so come join it, guys. I'm going to remove this now. All right. So let me get rid of my alarms as well, actually. Okay, so you can see the chart more clearly. Okay. So remember the rules. Day chart, we need to know trend, right? And as you can see, we were in an uptrend, right? But then bang, okay? As soon as we break this low, we now have lower lows. We're in a downtrend, okay? We've got room to move into, not much, but enough. Yeah, so I've got quite a conservative target, this 2,900 level, because of this high here, but price could come down to this high, even this high, and come down towards the moving average 20 as well. So we'll let some profit run if we make profit on this trade. Okay, now I don't need to go back in time because this is a live trade, right? Literally taken right now. Again, so just to recap, daily was in a downtrend. Okay, H4 is in a downtrend, stroke range, but a downtrend. Yeah, we're getting lower highs, lower lows, right? We're in a downtrend. Price has retraced, enough to the moving average 20, right? And we're at a nice support and resistance level. Okay, so we know
this level is a nice level to trade from. The yellow line is my entry, and all I'm looking to do, guys, is take profit back down to these lows. I've put my stop up here just to give me a little bit of room in case price, wicks up and comes back down. But it's as simple as that, guys, right? So let's just recap one last time. The day chart on pound US dollar said downtrend, so we can sell. The H4 chart is in a downtrend stroke range, but ultimately a downtrend, right? H4 is in a downtrend. And again, price has retraced to the moving average 20 or close enough. It's not an exact science. Okay, so SMA 20. All right. And we're at a nice piece. This gray zone is a nice support and resistance level, right? We combine these things, we have a nice high probability trade. And that's all I've been doing pretty much in July, and we have had some great results, guys, all right? So, guys, if you've enjoyed the strategy vid, enjoyed this analysis, then please come join the channel, subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button and smash the like button. Come join the VIP Trading Academy. This is where I put all of my trades. All right, guys, see you next time.